Now that you've graded and entered all of your entry-level assessments on C3, you're going to do a reflection. But prior to that, I want to bring your attention to this highlighted portion of this document. What you want to do is either include PDFs or pictures. You can just snap photos with your smartphone of a blank entry-level assessment as well as a scoring guide. The scoring guide could be written directly onto the entry-level assessment if you wish. And then also your focus students assessments, and put those in your Module C folder. So let me show you what that looks like. I've asked this teacher who's already exited out of induction, she's all done, and I've asked her permission to show her virtual portfolio to you as an example, and she gave me permission, so thanks, Mallory. What I'm doing is I'm going to show you slightly different numbers. We change the program every single year reflexively based on needs and based on suggestions of our teachers. So you're going to see C3. We have changed the numbering this year, so ignore that. But I want to show you that she's included a copy of her entry-level assessment. Notice this is blank. And then she's also included a scoring guide. It has the actual answers on it and what they mean to her, how many points for everything. And then she has included her focus students. So as you look through, this is actual student work that she took and just ran through a scanner and took the PDF of all three as one document and placed it into her folder. You can absolutely put each of your students' tests into here and label it Focus Student 1, Focus Student 2, Focus Student 3. It's totally up to you. That's an individual choice. But this way it's really easy to look through her focus students. So I want to bring that to your attention and also show you the example so that you know how to do that. If you need help uploading documents into your Google Drive, we'll probably do that at an advice and assistance meeting, but I can also come out to meet with you and your CT if you want help with that. So just email me and let me know. Now, before you begin instruction, remember, we're still just looking through the entry-level assessment. You can't start instruction until you've graded that, until you've figured out what your students already know and where you're going to go from there. So I want to impart to you that it's important, once you've given the entry-level assessment, to grade it immediately. So make sure it's something that you can grade immediately. What do those entry-level assessment results tell you about what your students understand and are able to do? So if you had students in achievement level 1 where they did not meet the standard, what does it tell you about what your students understand and are able to do? If you have students who nearly met the standard, what does that tell you? If you have students who earned achievement level 3 and they just met the standard, what does it tell you? And then exceeding the standard. Now, unlike the other ones where I said you had to include hypothetical information, this is not one where you have to include hypothetical information. If all of your students were in achievement levels 1 and 2, you do not have to put hypothetical answers for achievement levels 3 and 4. This is an actual test, and you're really actually deriving information from it. So if you have students at just 2 of those levels, just answer those 2 levels and then say no students at this level, no students at this level. I hope that makes sense. Then again, you're going to just see differentiated instruction throughout every single facet of this program. It is so important. How are you going to provide interventions for students who didn't meet the standard? And what support may be needed, either for them or for you? And then likewise, how do you differentiate for students who did meet the standard? How are you going to push, extend, and enrich their learning? The boxes are varying sizes because of the questions. These will expand with your answers. So don't think that you have to have a long answer for this one and a short answer for this one. It's just a matter of the question size. And then you're going to think about planning your instruction. So we're really thinking about content here. Based on those results, what are you going to need to teach during the lesson series? And what formative assessments? How are you going to monitor progress throughout the lesson series? And we can think of monitoring progress in formal ways, like little quizzes, all the way through the most informal of ways, which is like just quickly checking for understanding during the course of a lesson with a thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs sideways. So be thinking all of those different types of techniques. And this goes on to page 2 just because of that closing footer that tells you what strategic initiative this supports. And it may go on to page 2 if you exceed these box sizes. So just wanted to let you know there's nothing on page 2, so don't worry. And I hope that you're able to derive some good information from your entry-level assessment so that you can teach with more efficacy throughout your inquiry.